Morning, everybody. I'm Claire Thorley. I work at Ecotricity, and I've been there for about 2 years. I'm talking about putting the brand and core values first when we built our Ecotricity Jobs website along with our partner ePloy. So this was the first project that I worked on for Ecotricity. I come from more of a systems and HR background rather than recruitment, but it was a very good learning curve and very exciting project to be part of. A bit of background of Ecotricity. It was set up in 1996 by Dale Vince with a single windmill in Gloucestershire, and now they've got over 70 windmills around the country, football club, various other brands including vegan food for schools, and the Green Britain Centre over in Norfolk. Recruitment has grown rapidly since we started. The organisation is now at circa 750 people, started, as I said, in 96 with 5 people. In mid-2017 we decided that we needed to change the recruitment strategy and how we recruited staff. At that time there was one FTE working from a spreadsheet, and she was handling all agencies, sending CVs directly to agencies and receiving speculative CVs. What we set out to deliver was a clearly defined recruitment strategy that was putting the candidate first and making sure that every candidate got a response from us, whether it be from just submitting their CV to the final outcome. At the heart of the business has always been the people and the employees, and that was very important to Dale to make sure that we got that message across. The strategy was to directly improve as I said, the recruitment process, not only for the candidates but for hiring managers, because getting bombarded with 20 CVs every morning wasn't always a great way, and never being able to go back to candidates with one person trying to chase up all those vacancies just wasn't very productive. We were very careful with putting our branding out there, because as you may know, Dale is a vegan and the football club is vegan, but we didn't want to make people think that you had to be vegan to join Ecotricity, because I can assure you you don't. So how we approached it, we started looking at the candidate journey. When I joined, as I say, there was no ATS and no recruitment system in place, so it was a very bitty and long-winded process for me to join, whereas if we look at it now, candidates can go online, find the vacancies, apply online, and it's quite a quick and smooth process because the CVs get to the managers in a timely manner, and we can also look at the talent pool with the system, so we are getting future candidates that might not necessarily be right for the job that they've applied for today, but they could be for the next job. We wanted technology to be the way forward for the strategy because, as I said, it was just one person with a spreadsheet that was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. So with ePloy, we built EcoJobs, and everything is just click of a button. And throughout the process, you can see what Ecotricity is about. Through the process it became very clear that we had a strong starting point with the candidate pool. Ecotricity was a very popular place to want people to be interested in and want to come to work. And through we put some videos on the website, and this one should work, but I'm not sure it's going to get across our employer voice and our branding across to the candidates. We wanted to get across the diversity of working for Ecotricity because, as I said, it's a very big organisation. One part could be building windmills, the other could be a customer service role. So it's quite a varied positions that we have available. We wanted the football club and the Green Britain Centre to be equally centred as the energy business. So that was very deliberate on the front of our website. There's not very many jobs that come up in those areas for obvious reasons, unless you're a football player. But we wanted that to draw people in to see what Ecotricity were about as well. So as a team, we looked at how the company values could be reflected across the careers site and continuously across the recruitment process. We wanted to ensure that the candidate experience would convey our ethos with empathy and meaning. As I said, we wanted to reply to every applicant. If they haven't been for an interview, we do it that they get an email, but everybody that has taken the time to come and meet us gets a phone call from the recruitment team or the hiring manager, so they can see that Ecotricity is serious about taking their roles forward and their candidate experience. We spent a lot of time getting the ethos and the brand across in the communications, and when the communications went out to candidates as well, we worked very closely with our comms team to get this meaning into the comms that we sent out. We wanted it to be clear that we all work together to make things better, and ultimately the goal of the business is to save the planet. So we designed our career site very much to look like our branded Ecotricity website where you go if you're an Ecotricity customer. We wanted it to be a seamless switch between the two sites because we wanted to stand out from the sea of candidates that we get flooding the market. That was very important with ePloy, that we managed to be able to configure the site to our needs and what we wanted and bespoke it and make it very much about Ecotricity.
I think it's a pretty cool place. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think it was cool.
There are many things that are great about working for Ecotricity.
Yeah, good atmosphere and nice people to work with.
Now I'm to wear a uniform, that's key.
It's better for well-being and people get on with their job a lot better, I believe.
Ecotricity Social Club does what kind of says on the tin, but you get to do cool things where you can meet people.
Lunchtime yoga, 45-minute session of yoga in our presentation suite, talks from our partners and also colleagues around Ecotricity about specialised subjects.
Sunstock is the summer party, which is next to the first windmill that Dale built back in 1996. Camp overnight, and there's a free bar, free food.
Music, games, party goes on until the early hours and people camp over it.
We also have the Christmas party where the company basically rents out a place.
Had a lot of fun at Ecotricity parties.
Free bars, you know, and it's Christmas. What's better than that?
Stroud is very unique and quirky, lots of green-minded people, so it's a good place for us to be based.
You know, vibrant, artistic, very interesting.
It's got everything within, you know, quite a small central area, so it's all accessible.
Things like discounts you can also have as well. With the Ecotricity, you can get discount at local shops.
You can also get season tickets for FGR through Ecotricity, and you only have to pay the tax, which is great.
We have the staff box, so it fits 12 people, so 6 people from Ecotricity get to go to each game and take a +1.
And it's a great experience, great food, great football.
And the great thing is we also get a discount on our energy bills.
You get £100 a year off your electricity bill and £100 a year off your gas bill.
So you get 25 days holiday, standard.
You're also able to buy an additional 5 days per year. If you haven't used those 5 days by the end of the year, you can then sell them back as well.
And things like the pension, like if you don't pay into it, the company will pay in regardless if you do or not.
So as you can see, Ecotricity is about parties and food from that video. But we wanted to get across kind of the people that we want to attract and the fun atmosphere around the business as well. The final stage of the development was to deliver the training and communications plan. It was a critical element to make sure that the business were engaged in this process. The recruitment team didn't have a great visibility across the business. As much as they sent out CVs and things, we wanted to make sure that it was a positive interaction going forward. So that meant we launched a program internally that went through the new processes that we launched, the skills workshops for managers, and we did how-to videos for using the website from a candidate experience and a manager experience. There was a huge effort as well from Dale, the founder and the CEO, to back this and to make this successful. Along with that video, Dale did 3 or 4 other videos that talk about the company and welcome people to the website. And once candidates were on board he talked about welcoming them to this, so it gives an individual feel to the candidate. So they're not just another CV that's been accepted. So that was how we'd built it, what we achieved. So in 5 months, which was quite a short time frame, we built and implemented the system successfully, introduced the new recruitment strategy, defined our processes, and we reduced the costs overall, because now over 90% of our candidates come from our website, whereas before it was probably 90% were via agency. So we paid for our second recruiter about 10 times over since it launched. We also very proudly won our in-house recruitment award last year for the website. And the new joiner pathway, as I said, is a whole lot smoother. And if you talk to candidates that are onboarded now, they like the experience and are very impressed with how the journey takes its form. So just a few stats of what we've achieved and the registrations that we've had. We went live 18 months ago, so that was those are our figures. But has anybody got any questions?